And Bradley Rains from Rains Heating and Air Conditioning is joining me now. And this is something that is not new, but I think a lot of people don't know about these systems where, because if you have an existing house and it has like radiant heat or something like that, doesn't have an in, what's that called when the system is already in place?
When it's already in place, it's a ducted system or, central air system.
And that's expensive to do if it's not done when the house is built.
It is very expensive.
So show people what it is that they can do, because I've been in Airbnbs with these systems, and they're awesome.
So my customer here chose to do a cassette type of ductless unit. This is your cover and your filter. These are some of the simplest things to take care of in maintenance as a homeowner and as a building owner. You want to have your filter cleaned at least once a month. And then the manufacturer on most of these name brand equipment wants you to maintenance them at least once a year through a reputable heating and air conditioning company.
So how easy are they to put in, and what are they called?
This one right here, the Daikin ductless mini split. These are excellent options for a house that has attic space in them. Some houses don't have enough attic space, so they make a wall mount unit for these as well. They make a floor mount unit that can mount near the floor as well. They're an all electricity unit. They have no supplementary heat, so they're all heat pump. So they're very inexpensive to operate.
So that I've never seen that one you just showed us. That's so that's like that's like the same system I see on the wall, but it just mounts into the attic up into the top, so you don't see it as much.
Correct, and it's a flush mount system, so it just has. I'll put this back together for you so you can kind of see it put back together.
That is crazy. So it's really, and that right there, Bradley, that's its own system then.
That is its own system. So this one right here is an air handler for the house. This particular house, we chose to do 3 inside units. So they have 3 of these ceiling cassette units in there. They have one in their master bedroom, one in their office, and one in the living room. They've ran it in 20-degree weather already this year, and it maintained between 65 and 68 degrees without any supplemental heat. Well, just for comparison, my homeowner just kind of visited with us before we got started here, and he said he's tracked his bills since 2006, and it's only in the last year, it's only went up about $10 for heating. These are a great option in comparison. There's so many different options and ways that you can install them. Like I said, this one has 3 indoor head units on it. Some houses are small enough that 1 indoor head unit would be sufficient enough for the home. If it's a 1,000 square foot home, you can mount it in the living room as long as you can get it to direct down the hallway, and it'll do the whole house.
So, Bradley, do you think that there's a lot of people out there that are living with baseboard heating, which is so inefficient, or ceiling heat, which I don't know who came up with that idea, but that was really smart, is start the heat rises, so start it at your head and get it out your into your attic. But they're living with those systems, and there's so many options out there now that they could be a really huge cost savings for them to do that. Explain that to people.
So the cost savings, it's across the board. I mean, if you're using baseboard heating or the wall heaters, those are very expensive. The kilowatts that they pull, the amperage that they pull is much higher than most of the heat pumps that are running. For instance, this heat pump outside pulls right around 13 amps when it's running. Some of these wall heaters will pull 20 amps by themselves. I mean, that's a lot. And if you have that in each room, that's a lot of watts being pulled. where your heat pump's only pulling 13 and it's doing 3 indoor systems. Rains Heating offers free estimates all the time. We'll come out and visit with you and give you options of a ducted system or a ductless system. I really like these ductless systems, and that's kind of what we're trying to push right now, is these ductless systems for their high efficiency. You know, most people like to do multiple head units in their house, and that's what I would say. And I only say that they would like to do multiple because if it's over 1,000 square feet home, it's hard to do each individual room, especially if you keep the doors shut. So that's why it's super important to have somebody out and give you a free estimate so that you can visit with them with what your expectations are of the heating equipment. I mean, if you keep all your doors open, it might be different than somebody that keeps all their doors closed. I would say at least once a year maintenances are what the manufacturer requires for, like I said, most name brand equipment. Right now, we're trying to encourage people to do a 3 maintenance plan. So you buy 2 maintenances and you get the third one at 50% off. We've been asking that people give us a call because prices do kind of vary if you're outside of our area, but we'll travel really anywhere.
I bet most people just ignore, they have their system, they maybe change the filter and just kind of ignore it. Why is that a bad overall? I mean, your home is your biggest investment. Why is that a bad thing that people don't take care of?
Indoor air quality is super huge, especially when you start getting a ducted system or a ductless system. These things do need cleaned. Having a coil cleaning done on them once a year, having algae tablets dropped into them are super important. These have condensation pumps inside of them, so they do grow some algae if you don't properly take care of these things. And all that stuff will blow into the air of your home if you're not cleaning it properly. We do a 15-point maintenance inspection. Right now we're offering a buy 2, get the third one 50% off. If you're within my 30-mile radius of Cresswell, we'll do your maintenances for $139 per heat pump outside. And so, you know, you buy the first 2 at $139, the third one is 50% off of that. Outside of 30 miles, I do ask people to give us a call, and that way we can visit about how much the trip fees are outside of 30 miles. What we offer inside of our maintenances, we come in, we clean the inside units, we clean all of your outside units, we clean the filters, we check all your electrical, the connections, we drop algae tablets into the system, we do a heavy cleaning on the outside coils, and we do a light coil wash on the inside. If it needs a heavier cleaning, we'll explain that to the homeowner at that time, and we do offer heavier cleanings as well.